This is the game that we are going to develop today. This is a coronavirus killer game. In this here, if this virus touches the player, then the game will get over. Now to reset this game, we will have to press R. C. So without taking much time, let's start the tutorials of this game. So we will go to code.org and game lab. I have named this project as Skull Coronavirus. You can also name it any other name if you want. Now these are the required animations for this game. This sprite I have drawn by my own. If you want any other sprite, you can also go to Google and search for gunman images. I have named it gunman. You can search gunman images for this sprite. For this, you can search game over full screen image. So here first only in the starting only we will be able to see this. So you can add the sprite. Now for this, we will go to the animation library, and here you can, in the germs category, you will be able to see this virus 03_04. We can select that. You can also select any other if you like. This coin gold 1. For that, we will go to the cards and games category, and we will scroll it down and see. Here only we can see coin_gold. We can select that for this animation. So now let's start our coding. So first of all, I will be adding the required sprites. First of all, I will be creating the background. I forgot to show you the background sprite. For that, we will go to the backgrounds category, and here only we can see this front of house. We will select that, and we will rename it as BG. First of all, I will be adding a background. I will name the variable as BG, and then set its animation to BG, and here I will select this animation BG. Now secondly we will be adding the player, and now let's see where we want it. We can keep it here at 70. X value is 70 and the Y value is 330, and we will set its animation to gunman.png. Now see how so the main block to run the code is this draw sprites. See here the player is looking very big, so we will set the scale of this player. Let's try keeping it 0.5. No, this is becoming very small. Let's try 0.6. Yes, this is the perfect one. So this will be okay. Now let's create the corona sprite. So I will name this variable as virus and set its x value to 361 and the value will be 147. 361 and y value 147. Here, so because we want the virus coming from any y direction, so we will keep here a random number block. We need it from we can keep it from 50 to 360. See, whenever I will be running it, here you can see the square moving from one place to another whenever I run it. And now I will be set its animation. Virus. It's very big, so we will be again setting up its scale. Here also we can try 0.5. This is still very big, so let's try for 0.4. No. How will be 2? Let's try it for 3. Yes, this is the perfect one that we need. So now we will be creating the coin sprite. We will be naming it as coin. We will be keeping its x and y value to 200 only. And animation to coin. Okay. So now we will keep the now we want this player to move with up and down arrow keys. So for that we will go to control category and select an if block from the control category. And now we will use this key down block. And here it is written up, that's we want. And see, here we want the y value to move. So here as you can see, when I am moving this mouse pointer upwards, the y value is decreasing. So we will keep it. We will use the sprite.y block player. As the value is decrementing, so we will use player dot y minus 5. Now let's see that I have not used the animation here. So let's see now. Now as we can see the coin, and now let's see. The player is going upwards, and now we want the same thing to happen downwards with the down key. So for that I will copy this code and paste it here again. I will change this to down key, and I will change this minus to plus. Now let's see what happens. See, when I am pressing the up key, it goes upwards, and when I am pressing the down key, it comes downwards. Now here the coin should be only visible when when we shoot this coronavirus. So first of all, we will be hiding it with the sprite dot visible block coin, and visible is equal to false. See, now it's not at all visible. So now I want the bullet to shoot. So as we can see that when we are shooting the bullet, the coronavirus goes away. So first of all, for that we will create the bullet sprite. We'll keep it here. Name it bullet. And we will set its animation to this sprite bullet. Now we want this bullet to come again and again when we will press the space key. So if we want it again and again, then we will keep both this. Oh, just a minute. Both this variable and the set animation block inside the for loop. Here instead of 4, let's keep it 9. Now here it is I. First of all, variable, we will delete this variable. What is written, we will delete that, so that we can create a block with bullet is equal to create sprite. Now here can you see this I is written? So first of all, we will have to create a variable named I and set it to 0. And here, as we are writing bullet, so we will also create a variable naming bullet, and here we will put a square bracket open and square bracket close. Now here we are using I and here square bracket. So here also we will keep bullets square bracket I. Same thing. Oh. Same thing here. Bullets square bracket I. Now we will use the if block, that if we will keep it in function if key down, we will use the key down block, key down space so if we will press space block, the bullet will should the velocity of the we will set the velocity of the bullet. So here we have written bullet square bracket I, so here also we will use same thing, bullet square bracket I. Let's set it for 5. Now let's see here. I'm getting an error here. So, okay, now we will have to create another variable named J. You can also use any other letter if you want. I will set it to 0. Now here instead of I, we will use J. So first of all, let's see. Here we will not use key down as it will not look good. We will use the key went down block. Set it to space. Now here the bullet is in the 200 is in the middle. We don't want it in the middle. We want it to come. We want it that it should come out from the gun. So for that, we will set the Y value of this bullet to 500. That will be off screen. Now here we will set the we will use here the bullet bullet square bracket J as we used above dot X. We will use again bullet square bracket J minus 70 so that it will look that it is coming out from the gun. Now let's see. And we will also have to set the X value. And here I have made a mistake. Here we will use player dot X. And here bullet square bracket J, and its Y position should be equal to the player. So here we will use player dot Y. See, now you can see that it is coming again and again. Only one bullet is coming again and again when we are pressing the space bar. So now for that, we will here we will take this block and here we will write J, the variable that we created J. We will set it to J plus 1. So again and again new bullet can come. J plus 1. So now you can see here again and again it is coming. But see here again an error is coming. So to solve that error we will use the if block. That we will keep it inside this, and if J is greater than 8, we will use 8 here. Then we will set the variable J again to 0 so that the bullet can come again and again. Here let's see what happens. J. Current rate is 9. Now let's see what happens. See now, can you see again and again the new bullet is coming. See. Now here currently it is 0. When it goes more than 8, the value of the variable sets again to 0. Now here I want the coronavirus coming again and again from the same place. So here first of all, now we will keep the velocity x block. We will set it to virus. And see, we want the virus to go to the left side. So let's see. You can see that the x value is decreasing. So we will set here that 2 minus 5. Now let's see what happens. See, the virus is going down to the left. Now once it has gone, it doesn't come again. So we will have to randomize the sprite. So for that, we will use the if block once again. That if virus dot x is greater than minus 25. If the x position of the virus is more than 25, here we will set it to less. If it is less than 25, the position of the virus will set again to 0 and it will come again. So for that, we will set the x value of this virus to, let's set it to 450. And now the y position. The y position should be random. So here we will use virus dot y is equal to, now here we will use the random number block. Let's see, the virus should come from here. The y value is 6 and here it is 370. So we can take the approximate value as 10 and 360. So now let's see what happens. See, the virus is coming again and again from the sides. So now we want that if this bullet will touch the coronavirus, then the score should increase by 5 and it should come again. Okay, so for that, first of all we will have to create the score variable. We will name it score and set its value to 0. And add the required blocks to show the score variable. So these are the required blocks to show the variable. Remember a thing, that these 4 blocks we have to keep it below the draw sprites block. We will have to keep it in the function block, but it should be below the draw sprites block. Then only it will look. See, currently it is looking. But now if I will keep it above the draw sprites, it will not look. So it is very important to keep this below the draw sprites block. So here it is looking. Now we will have to uh, create a code in which if we will use first of all the if touching block. That if short square bracket I, as we used above, if touching the virus. Oh, here we will have to use 1, as we have used 9 bullets, so we will have to create a code for each one. So if the if touching short under square bracket 1, if touching the virus, then the score should get increased by 5. So here bullet, I have made a mistake, and the score should get increased by 5. So let's see what is happening. See, here it is incrementing a lot. So for that, after the score gets incremented, we want the coronavirus to randomize once again. So for that, here we will copy this code above and again paste it here. So now let's see what happens. Just a minute. See, it is increased by 5. So it is perfect. Now I want the same thing with all the 8 bullets. So I will copy this code and again paste it here. Here I will change it to 2. Now I will again paste the same code. I will change it to 3. Now again I will paste and change it to 4. And like that only, we will do the same thing with all the 8 bullets. Here I will use 8. Now let's see what happens. See, the score has increased by 5. Now 10, now 15. So it will keep on increasing like this. Now, if the virus touches this player, I want the game to get over. So for that, as we have created this game over sprite, we have not used its code. So first of all, I will create its sprite. I will name it as GMOVER and set its animation to this game over animation. And now let's see. Yes, this is the perfect one. So I don't want to see it. So I will make it visible false. Visible is equal to false. So as you can see, it is not currently visible. So now here I will use an if block, that if, here I will use the if touching block. If the virus is touching the player, then the game over sprite should be visible. Should be visible is equal to true. See, now the corona has touched the player, so the game over sprite is visible. Now I want that if we press R key, then the game should get reset. So for that again I will make use of this if block, and I will use the key went down block and set it to R. If we press the R key, first of all the score should get to 0. Score is equal to 0. Then the game over sprite should not be visible. Should be not be visible, so I will set here false, and we will set the player X and Y position, that was the default one. So player.x, let's see what was the default position. The X value is 70 and the Y value is 330. So here we will do 70, and then the player dot y, the y position was 330, right? So now let's see what happens. Now the score is 0. See, now when I will press the R key, the score will get to 0. So like this, you can make a coronavirus killing game. So if you have liked this video, please like, share and subscribe this video to all your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video.